Good afternoon, ladies and gents. It's Tam again, and those crazy guys at Cigarsindia.in requested me to do another talk. This time it's on Don Rafael by Victor Sinclair. I'll take off the cover for this and give you a close-up. I think if you want to just focus on that, that's okay. Nice, interesting rapper. In fact, I tried this last week after our review of the Partagas D4, and Ali, who's part of Cigarsindia.in, suggested I try this. Bearing in mind I had a D4 which was quite, as I described then, quite pungent and earthy. This is, he said, try this, it's mild and mellow and creamy. And it was a revelation, to be quite honest. It was indeed a revelation. So here we are. I'm going to try this, and I'll just read out a brief description of what it's about. Don Rafael is by Victor Sinclair. It's a blend of Dominican long fillers and binder, and an Indonesian Java Maduro wrapper. Apparently, Don Rafael is a mild to medium-bodied cigar with a velvety, sweet, nut-like flavor, which provides smoking a cigar an instant delight, according to those chaps. So it should be interesting and perhaps worthwhile for someone new to cigars, may be put off by other people saying, oh, you don't want to go for this cigar because it's very strong, or this cigar because it'll just burn your mouth and you won't taste any experience. This, I think, would be an interesting smoke for someone new to cigars. It also provides very subtle flavors. Now, in the description I gave earlier, there was no mention of a creamy quality, which I actually found, and which both Abi and myself agreed on, but there was something like that in the cigar. Anyway, so I'm here for round two. Let's see what this is about, and let's see if I can still get that creamy, smooth characteristic coming out of the cigar. So, usual way I cut my cigars. Drawing the air through it, it just gets really nice leathery quality coming through. Also matured tobacco, nothing bitter or harsh, very, very pleasant, and the draw is very nice as well. So a good sign so far. Just light the cigar now. What I was doing just then was trying to inhale the smoke as well to see if I could pick up any other characteristics while it's being lit. Again, it's surprisingly pleasant, nothing harsh, nothing peppery, nothing pungent. And lit very nicely. This light is gone. Let's try this one. Try again. Right, and just let it settle in. The draw is perfect, no problems with the draw. The interesting thing about this cigar, which I've found with other cigars, is that unlike other Dominican or non-Cuban cigars, I know that Abi didn't want me to actually mention anything about that, there is no peppery quality, and I know again I shouldn't be describing peppery quality, but this is the only way I can describe it. I also wanted to add that, so when I say peppery, it's the best way I can describe it. There's none of that spicy kind of intensity that you find with other vitolas of cigars, which is very nice for a Dominican cigar. I'm not getting that instant hit to the side of my tongue or the back of my tongue and the back of my throat. None of that is coming through. All I'm getting is that creamy quality. It's starting off as dark bitter chocolate, toasted bitter chocolate, if you can get something which is toasted and a bitter chocolate, not burnt, but there's a toasty quality, but there's also a dark bitter chocolate quality coming out of the smoke. And the interesting thing is most of the flavor profile seems to be, sometimes on cigars you can, the smoke targets certain parts of the mouth and the tongue and the back of the throat. Generally with Nicaraguan or Honduran cigars, I tend to find that they target the sides and the back of my throat, and that sometimes produces a coughing reaction. Here, it's going straight to the middle and to the tip of the tongue. So none of those harsh qualities are affecting me in any way, and I suppose that's why it's bringing out this, what I feel is a creamy quality to the smoke. Am I getting any nutty flavor which was described or was provided as a description? There is a slight, maybe walnuts. I do get a hint of walnuts. There's a bitter, slight bitter quality at the end of chewing a walnut or swallowing, where that residue of that bitterness is there. And perhaps that would be the closest description I have personally of that nutty-like quality to the cigar. Yeah. So, ladies and gents, if you can detect walnuts, please agree with me on this. It's settling in now, so I'll switch the video off, and I'll see you at the middle of the cigar, stage 2 of the cigar. Hi guys, so I'm back again. The cigar settled in nicely. There is a tiny element of spice in it, tiny element, not in any way a bad thing. The reason why I didn't detect it the last time was I was smoking a really heavy-duty Cuban cigar. So this, being more delicate, was kind of overpowered by that, but that in no way detracts from this, because this is offering various pleasures, but you have to work for it. It makes you look and taste and just get in that database of your mind what taste and characters you're actually getting from this smoke. So it offers a considerable amount for what is actually a very reasonable price cigar. How much do you think a cigar like this would cost normally? When the guys asked me, I gave it about 1,500 rupees. They told me 650 rupees. For this size, this quality, 650 rupees. Unbelievable. In fact, Avi just mentioned to me that it can actually, when they have offers, they can actually go down to 499 rupees. So if you're a beginner and you speak to the guys at Cigars in India.in, I'm sure that they'll be able to work out some offers and some packages where you get to sample a cigar which is this large, which is this well constructed and offering for that price point something remarkable. I think it's certainly worth going for. I would strongly recommend that. So typical MRP price is $6.50. Some other places maybe more. With Cigarsindia.in it's $6.50, and when they have offers, it can go down to as little as 500 rupees. Now, going on to why Cigarsindia.in as my go-to guys for cigars. 2 words: reliability and consistency. Reliability, because the cigars always come in perfect condition. They make sure, and they go above board to make sure that the cigars reach the customer in a good quality, in a good state. No dried cigars, no bits hanging out, or shoddy or fake cigars, nothing like that. Now, I know that you do get some other online cigar retailers and also stores who offer these kinds of things, but in my 17 years of smoking cigars, I started in 1997, you always find, going into shops and going through these various experiences, that typically they don't know what they're talking about, or the quality is not maintained. These guys share, I think, more than a business, they have a passion for cigars, and they want to ensure that the person who is actually smoking the cigar enjoys it as much as they do. And that's a very rare commodity and a rare spirit to have, and I feel that's why I certainly enjoy interacting with them and ordering from them, because they share something which is fundamental to my nature as well. I don't want to smoke a horribly kept cigar, because the time and effort actually put in constructing it is made worse if it's not looked after properly. Here they actually make sure I think they have a warehouse in Whitefield, which is specially controlled, state-of-the-art, and built to keep the cigars in their premium condition. So for that, if there's nothing else you want from these guys or from cigars, the fact that the cigars come to you in a perfect condition should be more than enough, especially if you want to try that. So that's my bit on the price point of the cigar and 17 years of experience. Let's go back to the cigar. It really has settled in very nicely. There's nothing harsh about this. There are subtle flavors coming out. As I said, cream, there's that hint of dark chocolate. There's a toasty quality to it. There's also, like a coffee, a very rich, very heavy roasted element of that coffee coming out of the cigar. Nothing bitter, nothing peppery. It's just a very pleasant smoke. Ideal, I think, if you're new to cigars and you want to impress the hell out of your friends or colleagues, and you want to smoke a big cigar in front of them. This will not disappoint, because it won't blow your socks off, either blow your head off or do anything like that, which may put you off cigars. As for seasoned smokers, I would say that this would be a good mid-morning cigar. You've had a nice hearty breakfast, you're reading the paper, and you want something to round it all off with a nice cup of coffee. Again, as a coffee, I would suggest something perhaps like a latte or a milky-based coffee, rather than say something like an espresso, because the flavors in this cigar are quite delicate, as I said before. Not bland at all. There's no bland quality in this cigar. It's offering a lot, but it makes you work for that. It actually says, what am I showing you? What am I giving to you? What tasting notes am I giving to you? So that milk element in the coffee would make that rich, creamy quality of the cigar, I think, come out a bit more. So I'll just carry on puffing away on this cigar and get back to you in the next segment if there's any change in profile or character. Okay. The cigar settled in beautifully. Just a bit before this stage, it was getting a bit spicy, a bit peppery, but then that's toned down again, and now we're back to the mellow, smooth creaminess again. It's just surprising. It just peaked and then it went down again. Just remove the band to just enjoy the cigar some more. I could understand why it would have that power just then, because of the oils and the natural flavors coming from the tobacco itself, plus the fact that it had been burning for so long. But as I said, the remarkable thing is it just peaked and it's dropped down again. So it offered something, if you were looking for it, it offered you a nice detour. Just imagine you're driving a nice sports car. You don't want to be driving on one straight road for hours and hours and hours. You want some interesting variation. And I think this is what I found with this cigar. It's offered some nice detours, taking you on a roundabout here, but all very gentle and in a very smooth way, which, again, it's been a total revelation. And once again, I have to thank the guys from Cigarsindia.in for actually organizing this. I think this flavor profile will carry on towards the end. So I'm going to end this review of the cigar now, but I just wanted to add that if you happen to like these reviews or even dislike, or you have constructive comments, please subscribe to their YouTube channel, or they're on Facebook as well, and please do a like on Facebook. They're also available on Twitter. I think details will be available at the bottom of this channel, so please give us a thumbs up, hopefully not a thumbs down, and we look forward to doing some more reviews in the future. We have, I think the guys mentioned that they were looking at H. Upman, some part of this. Which other ones were they, guys?
Sir Winston.
Sir Winston.
H.
Also H. Upman. Also the
Epicure number 2.
Yes, I think it was a Churchill White, one of something that will be coming on in the future. But your comments, constructive, please, would make these presentations much better going forward, purely for your enjoyment, and hopefully you get something or learn something from this as well. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next installment.